They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Mahomes going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did. And, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching. But it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. A give to Kamara running right. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 46 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. What's good on the extra point? And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sport. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A.J. Klein. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And he's going to go down again. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and up. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Brees to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 77 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yellow, 480, select. Stop shot. Mike Bobo.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The point after is good. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
12. 11. Here we go.
Breeze now. And Cook has it, left side. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. That's complete, right around the 8. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
5.
50.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And some room to work. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return. And a Saint touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Demario Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. No problem there on the extra point. And we are tied at 21. Back now here live in New Orleans. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready. 95, 56. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You're good. You're good. 5-4. Ready. Ready, set.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is caught by Gill. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And it is good! He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry.